Recently, I came across a very interesting study titled How Germany's Shrinking Universities Attract and Retain International Students. This study is actually funded by Germany's Federal Ministry of Education and Research, and it is conducted by the research unit of the Expert Council of German Foundations on Integration and Migration. It's a very informative study, and it's actually a very elaborate study. It comprises of 56 pages. So I've tried to summarize this study for you. Let's take a look. Germany is a popular study destination. For years, there have been efforts by the German government to promote the internationalization of the German higher education system. We know that the German higher education system is still, by and large, public. There are 263 public universities in Germany. This study, or this report, actually reveals that 41 out of these 263 public universities in Germany, they are suffering from a phenomenon which is termed as shrinking of German universities. Now, what exactly is shrinking of a German university? A university is considered to be shrinked, according to this report, if the domestic student population has dropped by at least 5% over the last 5 years, then that particular university will be placed in the category of a shrinking German university. So why are the German universities shrinking? The report reveals that the German universities are shrinking mainly because of the changes in demography. And there are two factors that are involved in the changes of demography. The number one factor is the low birth rates, and the number two factor is that the younger German population, they are moving from rural areas to the urban areas, or you can say that the depopulation of certain regions of Germany. Now you might think that why is this shrinking even negative? Yes, it is, because the funding of the German higher educational institutions is strongly linked to the number of students enrolled in a particular university. So if a university is having a lower student enrollment count, they would definitely receive less funding, and vice versa. That's why these shrinking German universities, they need more and more students to enroll in their universities. And how are they doing it? They are targeting international students to come to their universities and study there. This is actually a very, very positive report for all the international students, because these universities, they want and they are willing to accept and admit international students. The report also reveals that 2/3 of the shrinking German universities, they're located in the eastern part of Germany, because the demographic changes, they started happening 20 years ago in the eastern part of Germany. But the report also predicts that in the future, the western German universities, they would also suffer the shrinking problem, because the demographic changes, they have also started occurring in the western part of Germany, which in return means that not only the East German universities, but also the West German universities, they will be seeking more and more international students in the future. So it's a very motivating, encouraging, and a positive thing for the prospective international students, because they will be more and more welcomed in all the universities of Germany. And you know, the report even starts by thanking the international students, because the German Federal Statistical Office predicted that the domestic German student population will drop to 15% by the year 2035, which means that all the German universities, they will be needing the international students. And in return, it's actually a very good news for the prospective or the upcoming international students who are willing to study in Germany, because they would be more and more welcomed in the German universities. The study also recommends that the German universities, they should create more and more flexible admission procedures for the international students. And the study also recommends that the German universities, they should create a structured introductory phase for the international students. Once the international student is accepted at a German university and the international student is in Germany in that particular university, so the university should create a very structured introductory phase where they should clearly elaborate and inform the international student about the German education system or the education system of that particular university. So that is a very important thing that the report is actually suggesting the German universities. And most of the universities, they are probably having the orientation weeks and all these informative programs, but the report suggests that there's a lot more to be done by a lot of universities, because still a lot of international students, they find it hard during the introductory phase at any German university. And this actually is also proven by the statistical reports, because there's a huge dropout of international students. I think it's probably like 29% as compared to the domestic German student dropout. So I'm not sure about the exact figure, but there's kind of like a huge dropout of the international students. So that is also a recommendation by the report. Another a very important recommendation by this report to the German universities is that they should do more to strengthen the local job entry support system, because a lot of international students, when they graduate, they find a lot of difficulties in entering the German job market. So the study actually recommends that these universities, they should make sure that they conduct proper sessions and they prepare their students, they prepare their international students, how can they enter the German job market? Because most of the students, actually it's revealed by a recent survey by a study in Germany.org that 70% of the international students who come to Germany to study, they would like to participate in the German job market after their studies. So the universities, they should make sure that they give these students German language lessons, or they teach them the German work culture, or they introduce them to their partner industries, and at the end they smoothen out this process, because eventually the purpose of the whole program to invite the international students is actually not only to accept them to the German universities, but also to retain them, to keep them here, to continue working for those companies in Germany, because Germany is facing shortage of skilled workers in those regions where the shrinking universities are located. So which actually, it's kind of like a win-win situation, because all the international students who are willing to stay here, they are also looking for jobs. So these towns, these regions, they're also looking for skilled workers. So this report actually suggests that why not make this process more smooth, so that both the job market and the international student, they should come close to each other and they should find each other at a very, very smoothing process. The reason I'm sharing this video with you is that I want to give you a hope and I want to give you a motivation that the German government and the German universities are actually doing a lot, and they've been recommended a lot through this study to do for the international students, so that they would like you to be more comfortable in the German universities. They would like you to succeed and to complete your graduation from the German universities, and they would like to help you make your entry into the German job or the German labor market. So it's kind of like a very positive gesture. So this whole report, as being funded by the German Federal Ministry of Education and Research and done by this institute, it's kind of like a very positive thing, because you can feel that as an international student that actually everything is being done to help you accept in that particular university and then make your transition into the labor market, which is eventually you want. And as I said before, that it's kind of like a win-win situation for both. So if there is a shortage of workers and you are interested to work, so why not make it happen? That's why I would recommend all the international students who are currently studying in Germany, or the prospective or upcoming students who are planning to come to Germany, should take a look at this report and read it. I'll put the link to this complete report in my description box, and I will also give an executive summary over there. So if you have time, do check out this report. And the other thing is that all the international students who are currently in Germany or who are planning to come to Germany, please do write me in the comments, what do you think about this topic? And also share if you have got any problems, or if everything went smoothly for you, or if you're currently in the phase of finding a job. So what are the problems that you're facing? So I'd like to read your comments, and I'd like to read your thoughts, and you can ask me any question relating to this topic as well. And in the end, I'd like to thank you a lot for watching this video.